I use BeatMaker 3 on the iPad to chop up my samples, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and open a new BeatMaker 3 project, and then I'm going to find the sample that I loaded in already, and I will load that into the sampler. So now this is the sampler page. This page is the drum pad. This page is the sampler page, and here's your scene page, your song page, where you'll see and you can arrange a song and whatnot. And then this one is the mixer page, but we'll go back and we will start in the sample page. I'm gonna go ahead and click edit right here, and then I'll click slice mode on the top right, and then I'm going to zoom in with 2 fingers like that. And then I have my Apple Pencil that I like to do the slicing. On the bottom left, you see 3 options that are lit up. You have a grid snap where if you know the tempo, you can put that in and then it will snap to the grid. Click it again, you can turn the snap off. So for instance, let's do grid snap. If I'm going to move this slider over and I go right here, you see how it snaps to the right or the left of the grid. I don't like that one. Snap off, you can put it wherever you want. And you can do 0 snap, which will snap it to where the sound zeroes out. And it's a cleaner chop as far as sound goes, but you're good either way. And then you have auto snap left slice, auto snap right slice. I'm gonna leave it on auto snap for both of those, and I'm gonna put it on 0 snap. I usually keep my right thumb on the preview so I can hear every chop I'm doing. So I'm gonna drag, and if you double tap it, it'll play. And then you press stop and you'll stop all the sound. So I'm gonna drag this to start right here. Okay, that's where I want my first snap to be, or first slice to start. So I'm pretty much gonna start it at each of those hits. Next we'll do the snare. Ooh. So for me, my best friend is the undo button. If the slice isn't good enough, you can just undo it, reslice it. So let's say for instance, I put the slice here. To me, that's not close enough to where I want the snare to hit. So I'm gonna undo that, and then I can just do it again. You also can go ahead and hit the scissors, and now you're able to like slide this point. So I'm gonna slide it closer. That's good, I like that. So there's 2 ways that I like to slice samples, and one is either like on drum hits, because I like to play them rhythmically. So I can hit it here, that's a snare, and then I might do this hi-hat right here. Right, and then also I like to do just instrument chops. So sometimes you'll have samples that don't have drums in them, and I like to slice where certain instruments hit. So for instance, we have so I might hit it, slice it there. And then I want this one. And then on this snare, you have, and then this bass hits here. And then I want the piano. See, I don't like where that hits, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the scissors, so now I can slide this. See that? Now that hits exactly where I want it. Alright, so for what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go through and turn the key. I'm going to go through and slice it quick so you can see what I do after I have everything set as far as slices. So we'll drag this over to here. I'm gonna go through and slice this quick so I can show y'all. So he starts singing after this, and I only want this first part, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that. So I'm basically gonna stop there. I'm gonna hit delete slice at the end. So now I have 17 slices, right? Let me zoom out. I have these 17 slices right here. So I'm gonna go to save. I'm gonna go to slice to single layer. I'm gonna go to C1. That's where I like to start. For one of my controllers, starts there. I'm gonna leave create pattern off. I'm gonna hit apply. Boom. So now I'll hit the X, back out of the edit tab. Now I have it saved on here. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. We save bank. All right. I'll just do save bank. All right, so I have it saved now. So we have it, it's on this pad, right? And this page right here, the wave sound on the left. This is your sampler page. So if I go to tune right here, double tap it. So you can drag this as a knob, or if you double tap it, you can go up or down. So if I go down, now it plays at a slower tempo and it's at a lower pitch. So if I go up, the opposite will happen. So now we have it at a higher. Let's just leave it there for a second. And we'll go here to the pads page and I'll hit keys. So what I like to do, the reason why I like to put it on sample to single layer is when I'm in here, I can affect all of the sample chops. If I have it on separate pads and I have to, and I want to, let's say, change the tuning like I just showed you, I would have to do that to each one of these pads right here. So instead, everything's under this pad and I can change and edit just that without having to do everything. So now I'll go to the pads page. On the right, underneath where it says save, it says keys. I'll select keys. Now you have all the chops on spread out across pads. And then over here where I had that, so I can use this E, right? This pad here where I'll start with that. So at the bottom, if I hit 64, now I can see all of the chops, right? So and then that's how I like to chop on here. There's plenty of ways to chop. It all depends on how you like to edit your audio or how you personally play. This is how I like to chop on the iPad with BeatMaker 3. If you have any insights to increase efficiency, I'd love to hear it. Leave it in the comments below. If you have different ways you like to chop, leave that in the comments below as well. I know there's plenty of ways to do this, but it's just my way on how I like to chop on the iPad.